Nothing on earth could hold him. Not locks, not chains, not jail cells, not straitjackets. He was Harry Houdini. Emerging from the obscure entertainment world of the fairgrounds, beer halls, and sideshows, he captured the imagination of the world. Almost 70 years after his tragic death, his legacy lives on. Today, it is a woman who risks her life by attempting to recreate one of Houdini's most dangerous escapes. Shackled with steel chains and thrown into a potentially watery grave, she will face the unknown, and the ultimate penalty for failure awaits her. Coming right up on Houdini, unlocking his secrets. Tonight, 6 master magicians will attempt to recreate Houdini's most legendary feats, including the deadly underwater chain escape, the secret of the straitjacket, the famous Chinese thumb tie, the impossible human morphing illusion, the treacherous water torture cell, Houdini's weird needle swallowing, and the exploding coffin of death. And how did Houdini do it? Stand by for Houdini, unlocking his secrets.
For almost 100 years, Harry Houdini's name has been synonymous with mystery, escape, and magic. Hello, I'm Robert Urich, and I'm at the Magic and Movie Hall of Fame in Las Vegas, among an amazing collection of Houdini's own personal memorabilia. Tonight on the stage of Caesar's Palace and deep beneath the murky waters of Lake Mead, Houdini's greatest feats will be attempted by some of today's greatest magicians. Much of what you will witness tonight is very dangerous, indeed life-threatening. Many people have died trying to recreate these feats. They are best left to the professionals like Charlotte Pendragon. The curious have gathered on the shores of Lake Mead. Months of preparation have led to this moment. It is a trial of passage. A last prep with oxygen.
I'm asking participants to check all my locks and make sure they are in as tight as we think they would be.
All the locks and all the chains are real.
Just make sure that's the place. Okay.
Everything's good, yeah.
Charlotte signals that she's ready. In the tradition of Houdini, she prepares her chained and heavily shackled body for the plunge into the chilly 62-degree waters of Lake Mead. The enemy is lack of air. The enemy is cold. The enemy is panic. A hint of the cold to come. And now, the moment of truth. Divers attempt to monitor her progress. Safety crews stand by. Unbelievable. Charlotte Pendragon. Harry Houdini's first love was the oldest of the performing arts, magic. But Harry was no overnight success, and for a good part of his career, he was forced to take odd jobs just to stay alive. During the late 1800s, he worked days in a necktie factory, but at night, he was Harry Houdini, the king of cards. By the time he reached 17, he was good enough to earn a meager living at magic, giving 8 to 12 shows a day, 7 days a week at a sideshow. For this, he earned $12 a week, half of which he sent home to his beloved mother in Wisconsin. What set Houdini aside from other magicians was his incredible tenacity.
I want to be first. I vehemently want to be first. For that I give all the thought, all the power that is in me.
Visiting an insane asylum, he saw an inmate struggling in a strange restraint of canvas and leather, and he was told that the device was called a straitjacket. One was given to Houdini as a gift, and for months his wife Bess would strap Houdini into the jacket, and Harry would try to free himself. Finally, he succeeded and put the escape into his act. The straitjacket escape became one of Houdini's trademarks, and he added the difficulty of doing it suspended upside down. It quickly became his greatest promotional gimmick. After seeing the escape, theater audiences were later thrilled by other feats of Houdini the escape artist. As well as the magic of Houdini, King of Cards. World champion magician Lance Burton, star of his own upcoming television special, will actually reveal the secret of the straitjacket escape, the secret which took Houdini so long to discover.
Tonight, I'm going to attempt Houdini's most famous escape, the Houdini straitjacket escape. This is the trick that made Houdini a superstar. Now, in order to do this, I'm going to need some help from someone in the audience. Hi, how are you? Where are you from? Me too. Great. Hi, how are you? Nice to see you. How you doing? Hi, and howdy, how are you, sir?
Hi.
What's your name?
No, George Lesnick.
George. Would you mind helping for a second? George, step right up here. Give George a nice round of applause. Stand right there, George. Face the audience. And what do you do for a living, George?
I'm retired.
Retired?
Yeah.
Good job, all right. What did you used to do?
I used to be in the police department, 30 years.
Really, a policeman? Now, so George, are you familiar with the straitjacket?
No.
Have you ever been in a straitjacket?
No, I haven't.
So this will be your first time.
It'll be your first time.
I'm very excited for you, George. No, I'm not going to put you in the jacket. You're going to buckle me in the jacket. A regulation straitjacket is made out of sailcloth or canvas reinforced with leather with strong buckles and straps. Now, it goes on pretty much like a normal jacket, only backwards. Now, right here on my left shoulder, George, there's a buckle. On the right shoulder, there's a strap. Place the strap in the buckle, just like a belt, and buckle it up. Just start at the top and work your way right down the back of the jacket. The straitjacket was originally designed to restrain the criminally insane. Of course, it's not used much anymore. Nowadays, we have a new procedure. They put them on daytime talk shows. In fact, in some states, the straitjacket is now considered cruel and unusual punishment. How you doing there, George? Oh, perfect.
Okay.
Now we come to the cruel and unusual part, George. You see that strap between my legs?
Right.
Just grab a hold of it as it comes by. There you go. That's why there's an extra buckle on the back. Go ahead, buckle that one up. Make it as tight as you want. The more you hurt me, the more the audience will be entertained. Okay. Last come the arms. They cross in the front. On this sleeve, there's a strap. On this sleeve, there is a buckle. Now, George, listen to me. I'm serious. I want you to make this as tight as you possibly can. Really put your weight into it. Really make it tight. Just pretend that like you're back on the force and I'm a dangerous criminal. You have to really, yeah, that's it. Like, I said pretend, George. Okay, George, please accept my thanks and all of this applause. Thank you very much, sir. Well, now you've seen the buckling in process. Now comes the hard part, escaping from the straitjacket. As I do this, I'm going to explain exactly what I'm doing every step of the way. So if you ever find yourself in this predicament, you'll know what to do. first step in escaping from a straitjacket is to try and force one of your arms up over your head. They say Houdini could actually dislocate both of his shoulders to do this. I don't know if that's actually true, but it sure would help. Next, you have to start working on those buckles in the back.
There's a CD player, flip and fold seats, and cup holders all around. It's nice. You know, on a test drive, it's usually the customer who drives the van.
Oh, hey, Ron, can you pull over right here, please?
Test drive the Silhouette Premier by Oldsmobile now and get a free $25 Blockbuster gift card. It's the first minivan with a built-in video entertainment system.
Are you sure you don't want to drive?
Oh, no, you're doing a great job. Great.
For test drive details, call 1-877-VAN-MAGIC or see your local Oldsmobile dealer.
I never met a dog I didn't like, which is a good thing, considering some of the occupational hazards my friends put me through. This is mine. This is Herman. Ooh, what do we have here? A tick. That's why I choose Frontline for these guys. Frontline's the best, because it's the only one that protects them from fleas and disease-causing ticks, too. Sorry I kept you waiting. No matter who your best friend happens to be.
For fleas and ticks, veterinarians choose the front line of protection.
Okay, one more time. Up.
Now breathe in the exotic scent of the tropics. Here and here. We've captured it in Tropical Bloom, Downey's lush new floral scent. Give clothes the exotic freshness of a tropical garden and the softness of a petal. Experience Downey's new Tropical Bloom, now blooming everywhere.
Well, I've decided. Tonight's the night I'm gonna pop the question.
So did you get the ring yet?
No, I had a better idea. I wanted to get her something that says, I'm really in this for the long haul. It's a train. What? I'm making a commitment here.
Call toll-free 1-877-99-TRAIN for a free train home comfort guide and learn how to choose the right air conditioning and heating system for your home.
As the pilot flies through the night sky, the helmsman steers a course that is true. The landing signal officer checks the approach. The weather crew keeps an eye on the storm. The air traffic controller directs every move. The air boss orders a clear deck. The captain gives the final word. And the plane safely lands on board USS Enterprise. In the Navy, no journey is ever made alone. Call 1-800-USA-NAVY. Let the journey begin.
Tomorrow on Fox Family Friday Night Fever. Two creepy families. We're the Adamses. And these are the Munsters.
There's something going on here.
First, there's back-to-back episodes of the new Addams Family. Then, a couple of Munster movies. Munster Go Home and The Munsters' Revenge. Tomorrow, beginning at 6, 5 Central on Fox Family Friday Night Fever.
Harry Houdini and P.T. Barnum shared a common trait. They were perhaps the two greatest promoters of all time. Where Barnum ballyhooed a collection of circus acts billed as the greatest show on earth, Houdini promised that he was the greatest show on earth. In Europe, he created a sensation by escaping from prison cells. And in a much publicized court case, Houdini sued a detractor who claimed he was a fraud. To win his case, Houdini startled German judges by escaping from the top European shackles right in the courtroom. Houdini won the hearts of Europeans, and on the strength of this tour, he returned to the United States a living legend. He was finally on his way to superstardom. Houdini was more than an escape artist. During tough times early in his career, Harry and his wife Bess gave up the magic act and got booked as the Ronner's sparkling comedy team. And by all reports, they were truly amusing. Houdini saw magic and comedy as two different entertainment arts. Mac King combines the two. And tonight on the stage of the Circus Maximus Room at Caesars Palace, Las Vegas, he will perform his version of Houdini's thumb tie. Say howdy to Mac King.
Howdy. I'm Mac King. Well, thanks. What's your name? Valerie. Could you come up and help for just a sec? Give Valerie a big hand for volunteering. Come on up here. We're going to have some fun. Watch your step there, Valerie. Thanks very much. Sorry to trick you like that. Right over here on this side. Now we're going to do a card trick that I read at breakfast this very morning on a box of cereal. Take out any card you want. I won't even peek. Now we need to be able to tell your card from all the others, so I want you to take this and write your name really big right across your card. Okay, don't let me see it. This gets to Houdini in a second, I promise. Got it? I'll take the pen. You show everybody your card. And when you've shown it all around, set it back, say right there. Now, did you see that? That was a secret move. When I do the secret move, Valerie's card is supposed to have jumped from this deck over here into my jacket pocket, and it did. I'll do that again. Actually, I missed that time, but I was very close. Valerie, hold on to those. Don't drop them. Now, I told you that we would get to the Houdini part in a second, and Houdini found that the simplest restraint was also the most effective. He would have his thumbs bound together by a little piece of string. I don't use that. I have updated that trick to Twistum's handy home and garden ties. I use two of them. I'm going to twist tie number 1 around twist tie number 2, so they're kind of locked together, right, Valerie? I'm going to twist this twist tie around this thumb. You can give that a couple of twists if you want. Just make sure that's good and tight around my thumb there. Just till my skin pinches up is perfect. And twist that one around that thumb. That way my thumbs will be wired together so I cannot escape. This was the 10-inch thumb tie as featured by Houdini, and dang. No stale bread at your house, huh? The 10-inch thumb tie is updated by Houdini and modernized by me, Mac King. Now, it took Houdini a long time to get out of this, and it takes me even longer. So I'm going to get you a seat. You can sit right here. Now, the idea... Don't sit down. Now the idea is, even though I'm wired up in the thumb tie, I will attempt to escape and at the same time cause your card to fly from the deck back into my jacket pocket. Did you see it that time? Tell you what, you reach in there, in my pocket. Oh! No, I'm sorry. That was mean. You got it? There's no card? There's only one other place it could be. And I'm all wired up. No, something has gone wrong. We should check the directions. I just read them on the box of cereal this morning. That's inside my coat here. Can you reach in there and pull that out of there? First, tell you what, drop the deck in my jacket pocket over on this side. Reach in my pocket with your hand there and pull out that box of cereal. The directions to the trick are printed on the box. You read them off in a loud voice.
If card is not in Mac King's pocket, tear open the top of this safety-sealed box to tasty cereal to find out why. Signed, Houdini.
Oh, that was perfect. Give it a rip. What do you got there? Oh, that wax paper bag deal. Rip that open, too. That's sealed for your protection. Show buddy your card with your name on it, the same exact card. Valerie, thank you very much for your help. No, enjoy those. Thanks, Valerie. And I'm Mac King. Night-night.
Eric Weiss, the man who would be Houdini, was born in Budapest on March 24, 1874, son of a rabbi and Talmud scholar. The Weiss family immigrated to Appleton, Wisconsin, and young Eric stunned his parents by giving magic shows at the age of 16 under the name Eric the Great. His idols were the French magician Jean-Eugène Robert Houdin and the top American magician of the day, Harry Keller. From his heroes, he concocted a new name, Harry Houdini, and with the new name came new magic, metamorphosis. With his younger brother Theo, who took the stage name Hardin, Harry performed his newest illusion, which would be part of his stage act throughout his life. Theo would be shackled, tied into a bag, and locked in a trunk. The trunk was then covered, and in a short period of time, Theo was out and Harry was in. But metamorphosis still wasn't fast enough for Houdini. One night he met a young dancer, and it was instant love. They were soon married, and Bess Runner replaced Theo in the act. The Houdini brothers became simply the Houdinis. Best of all, Bess did the metamorphosis switch faster than brother Theo. The Pendragons are recognized as the world masters of physical grand illusion and were just named Magicians of the Year by the Academy of Magical Arts. They have redefined metamorphosis. Houdini would have been proud and probably even amazed. Tonight, a record-breaking event. The Pendragons present the fastest version of this illusion ever achieved. Don't blink. Here are the Pendragons.
Feel the refreshment of Cert's powerful mints. Like skinny dipping in Fargo in February. Cert's powerful mints with Retsin. Keep your powerful cool longer.
What are you looking at?
Oh, Kurt's still steamed over crab delights. See, no one wants him when they can have real seafood with the great taste of crab and none of the work.
Lewis Kemp, I'll fillet him.
Try Crab Delights from Lewis Kemp.
But I was King Crab.
Kids believe bubbles are made of magic. They're absolutely convinced they have a friend they see, and you don't. And they're certain their dad is the strongest man in the world. What they don't realize is that Juicy Juice is 100% juice, with no added sugar and lots of vitamin C. All they know is they love the way it tastes. But that's okay, because what kids don't know, moms do. Juicy Juice from Libby's, 100% juice for 100% kids.
The Aussie philosophy. I believe my hair should be in a clean and natural state. Like Australia. Australia's not a state.
Duh. But that's where Aussie gets natural stuff for your hair.
Like mango.
And
kangaroo paw.
Ouch.
Relax, it's just a flower.
And I believe Aussie's why my hair's so full of life and shine.
And Aussie doesn't test its products on animals. That's my philosophy. Aussie. We do hair a little differently.
Do you want to significantly reduce your mortgage payments? Well, right now, Fidelity Funding Mortgage Corp has an outstanding offer for you. Fidelity Funding can save you money by refinancing your current mortgage with rates as low as 6%. Fidelity Funding can also help you reduce your monthly credit card and other payments by up to 1/2, and maybe even get you some extra cash. To qualify, you don't need perfect credit, but you must own your own home. And we can usually give you an answer before you hang up. So start slashing your monthly payments. Call Fidelity Funding today.
Meet Ed. Don't try to follow him. Seriously. You don't want to be downwind of that boy.
Monday at 8 on Cartoon Network. Ed, and Eddie.
Meet Ed. He uses Post-it notes to remind himself to buy more Post-it notes.
Monday at 8 on Cartoon Network. Ed, and Eddie.
Fox Family presents an incredible collection of stories by Steven Spielberg. Stories that will touch you.
He wanted to strangle me!
Shock you.
I didn't ask to be able to do this.
Scare you.
Hello.
And amaze you. Amazing Stories, the movies, a Fox Family movie event, begins Saturday night at 8, 7 Central.
Houdini once boasted, "No restraint can hold me," and he backed his claims by meeting challenge after challenge. In order to hold the public's attention, Houdini knew that he had to keep devising new and more dangerous escapes.
I have tortured my body and risked my life to have one plank on the stage where the imitators cannot come, and one spot where they all fall back and cry, "Master."
From handcuffs and leg irons, Houdini kept adding to the impossibility of the act. Whether escaping from shackles roped to a wagon wheel, a wooden truck pushed into the sea, or a padlocked jail cell, Houdini never stopped thinking about his next escape or illusion. Throughout his life, Houdini was fascinated by the secrets of the locksmith's craft. For an escape artist, this education was invaluable. There was virtually no lock made that Houdini couldn't pick. In many cases, Harry would be stripped naked so challengers could be assured he had no hidden keys. This gave rise to the rumors that Houdini had supernatural powers. Many experts now agree that Houdini would often swallow keys and lockpicks and then later regurgitate them when no one was looking. He was always searching for something more dramatic.
It is when you do the impossible that people sit up and gasp. That is why I do a different sensational trick every year.
In 1912, he created his sensational Chinese water torture chamber. The famous Houdini movie with Tony Curtis, which was historically inaccurate, had Houdini die in this device. Although incorrect, it did underline one true fact. The water torture cell was and is very dangerous. Just like Houdini, master magician Brett Daniels learned his art by performing at fairgrounds, 8 shows a day. During the exhibition, Houdini would have his legs placed into padlocked wooden stalks. He was then hoisted up in the air and slowly lowered into a tall rectangular water tank. Once inside, a curtain went up and Houdini had to escape before his breath ran out. Brett's experience, coupled with his physique and determination, gives him the background to attempt the extremely life-threatening Chinese water torture cell.
Right now, I need a volunteer from the audience, somebody to come up on stage and authenticate that what we're doing is going to be very real and legitimate. Who would like to come up here and help? Who have we got? How about the gentleman right over there in the red tie? What do you say? Want to give it a shot? Give him a nice round of applause for volunteering. Yeah. Hi there. What's your name, sir? Rick, I'm Brett. Have we ever met before?
No, we haven't.
You sound real happy about that. Rick, this is the water torture cell. Come on back here, check this thing out. I'd like you to notice that it's really what we maintain that it is. It's 200 gallons of water locked in with inch-thick Lexan bulletproof glass, surrounded by steel and aluminum. Knock on that thing, make sure it seems solid to you. Feel good?
Solid.
Okay, in just a moment, Rick, I'm going to have my wrists placed into restraints. I'd like you to check out these padlocks, make sure that everything is real, okay? That's the first lock. It's going around my left wrist. Rick, check that out. Make sure it's solid and secure.
That's very secure.
And check out my right wrist.
That's very secure.
These are the ankle stocks right down here. Step right back here, Rick. I'm going to place my ankles into those stocks. Those padlocks are going to go onto those two hasps. I'd like you to look at the stocks, look at the padlocks, make sure they're real, okay? Here we go. Okay, Rick, take a look at those locks. Pull on them, make sure they're solid, make sure they're real, make sure that everything you're seeing up here is as legitimate as it looks.
Solid.
Rick, thanks for your help. Give Rick a nice round of applause for coming up.
Brett, like Houdini before him, prepares his mind for the escape. His life hangs in the balance. The assistants await his signal. Try holding your breath along with Brett. Imagine being upside down in water in a small container in the dark, chained and padlocked, and not being able to breathe. This seems to be taking a lot longer than expected. This shot will not cut away. How much longer can he hold his breath?
So I took this pregnancy test, and the whole thing made me nervous. So what should I do? Should I retest? trust the results?
Use Fact Plus from the makers of the #1 pregnancy test used by medical professionals. Trust the facts.
Here come the almonds.
Boy!
Almond joy.
If your day reminds you of watching paint dry,
Try a crispy almond getaway.
An almond delicious vacation.
'Cause an elf would never lie. Almond joy.
There is a place where telephones can go unanswered. And it's perfectly acceptable to have tea with your high school sweetheart and Cornelius from Planet of the Apes. And you're cordially invited to visit each and every night by Serta. We make the world's best mattress.
Timmy tacos.
Yeah, I'd like 2 Timmy tacos and a couple
Don't
of
even
mini...
think about it, pal.
Okay, if you don't
You're
have...
not getting anything from me, mister.
Could I speak to your manager, please?
Listen, cheapy, hit the road or it's gonna get ugly. Kiss your toadstool goodbye, loser.
With games like Super Mario Bros. Now in color, you might actually forget where you are.
Oh, who goes there?
Game Boy Color. Get into it.
Miss Lonely Hearts, once again baiting the trap.
With her special pasta.
And our favorite, Parmesan!
Whoa, what is that?
That is new.
She can't shred that.
I know, come on!
Oh, it's already shredded.
He's not worthy.
Introducing Kraft Shredded Parmesan Cheese. Fresh taste. No grating, no waiting.
Can we open this?
Oh, shut up and push!
It was Lauren's bath time, and Becky wanted to help. I was using the all-over baby wash, Johnson's head to toe. I heard it's milder than every baby soap. Just then, Becky accidentally dropped the bottle and splashed Lauren's face. I got upset, but Lauren just laughed. I should have known it would be okay. It's as gentle to her eyes as pure water.
Johnson's Head to Toe, the hair and body baby wash.
Not just gentle, Johnson's gentle.
Do rich people have more friends than the rest of us? Are they more deserving of a comfortable seat? Are they more entitled to brake safely on a rainy day? Are we the only car company that doesn't think so? Century by Buick. Full of amenities for under $20,000. And right now, Century is an even better value. Come in today and get $1,000 cash back on every new 99. Century by Buick. A luxury car for everyone.
The greatest magicians in the world, with tricks so impossible, even slow motion can reveal them. The world's greatest magic force, Saturday night at 6, 5 Central. There was a time when women were kept in their place.
And what place is that?
Until Doris Day changed everything. The Ballad of Josie, tonight at 9, 8 Central.
For the first 7 years of Houdini's career, things weren't easy. Bookings were rare and the pay was low. But Houdini would not accept failure.
The hardest blows he viewed as temporary setbacks.
Things became so bad that I contemplated quitting show business to work at one of my trades and open a school of magic.
Harry tried to make ends meet by selling toothpaste to his fellow performers. And once things got so desperate, he actually advertised his secrets for sale. In St. Louis, where there was no demand for the king of cards, things got worse. Harry and Bess were freezing in their unheated room. One day, Houdini went out and found a discarded wooden packing crate, which he dragged back to their room to burn for fuel. As he struggled to pound the boards apart with his bare hands, Harry got an idea for a dramatic escape. If the crate was built with shorter nails, it would come apart more easily. If he was nailed into such a crate and it was tossed into a river, he could probably break the boards apart. And so was born one of Houdini's most famous escapes. Yet even in desperate times when he didn't have enough money to get his props out of storage, he could always go on stage with some rope for an escape, a deck of cards for some manipulations, and a pack of needles and a spool of thread for what was one of the mainstays of his stage act, needle swallowing.
A lot of people thought that Houdini was crazy to attempt some of his feats. Most people realize that David Williamson definitely is crazy.
From beautiful Caesar's Palace in Las Vegas, here is something to never try at home.
Thank you. Hi, guys. Hey, I need a woman. You're not a woman. Lots of womans. Oh, you're pointing to her. Would you like to help me? Hi, what is your name?
Flo.
I don't like the way Flo is looking at me. What is your name?
Jolene.
Jolene, let's hear it for Jolene. Come on, Jolene, help me out. Jolene, yes. Come on up on stage with me, Jolene. Yes. Kids, try this at home. Jolene, you and I are about to perform one of Houdini's most dangerous stunts. But let's get this needle trick out of the way first. What do you say, huh? Let's do that. Here he is, lunch. Mr. Pinhead. Razor sharp needle pins things. Take a needle and stick it in my face. No, don't do it. We need a little, this is kind of an unsanitary thing because I'm going to have you examining my mouth. Put the rubber gloves on, Jolene. Do you work in the medical profession? Where are you from?
Oregon.
Oregon, that's fascinating. My mother's name is Oregon. Won't fit over that ring. Ah, geez, okay. Take a pin and stick it in my mouth. Put it in the...
Ew.
No! We did it, Jolene. We did it. Okay, we don't have much time. Take them all. Take them all and put them in the glass. Take the, just drop them all. We don't have a lot of time, Jolene. A little faster, please. All the pins going into the glass. Jolene, watch this. Ow! All the pins go into the glass. Take your glass, Jolene. I want you to drink with me. To your health. Notice it's the color of blood so that you won't look. Thank you, Jolene. Just a little bit. A little toast. It's not the needles, it's just really bad wine. That's... Now it's time to examine the magician's mouth to make sure there's nothing hidden inside. Cavity search, let's go for it. Look inside, under the tongue.
No.
On the sides.
No.
Top.
No, nothing.
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 Watch. As Mr. Magic reaches into the pocket, ordinary sewing thread, Jolene. Should be about enough. What? Wait, okay. Oh, my finances! Look in the mouth! Jolene, thank you, Jolene. That was lovely. Jolene, everybody!
Somewhere in the universe, the ultimate evil stirs. But 3 legendary heroes have come together and will lead the battle to save the galaxy from the menace of the dark side.
Right after lunch.
Play Defeat the Dark Side. Collect cool Star Wars game medallions and you could win cash prizes, even $1 million. Only at Taco Bell, KFC, and Pizza Hut.
We're looking at the 3rd, 4th, and 5th planets to help you remember 10, 10, 3, 4, 5. The simple way to save up to 50% on international calls.
Jupiter is the 5th planet, not Saturn.
Whoops.
Mom, the dog!
Ooh?
It's just laying on the bun.
That dog needs a new trick.
Beat the cold bun blues with Pillsbury Crescent Dogs. Just wrap them and bake them.
Aren't these dogs fun?
Good dog.
There's a CD player, flip and fold seats, and cup holders all around. It's nice. You know, on a test drive, it's usually the customer who drives the van.
Oh, hey, Ron, can you pull over right here, please?
Test drive the Silhouette Premier by Oldsmobile now and get a free $25 Blockbuster gift card. It's the first minivan with a built-in video entertainment system.
Are you sure you don't want to drive?
Oh, no, you're doing a great job. Great.
For test drive details, call 1-877-VAN-MAGIC or see your local Oldsmobile dealer.
1 minute Maalox or Mylanta Supreme? Before you choose, you should know that Maalox Maximum Strength neutralizes over twice as much acid. When you get heartburn, make it 1 minute Maalox. The #1 choice of hospitals.
What are you looking at?
Oh, Kurt's still steamed over crab delights. See, no one wants him when they can have real seafood with the great taste of crab and none of the work.
Lewis Kemp, I'll fillet him.
Try Crab Delights from Lewis Kemp.
But I was King Crab.
Do you want to significantly reduce your mortgage payments? Well, right now, Fidelity Funding Mortgage Corp has an outstanding offer for you. Fidelity Funding can save you money by refinancing your current mortgage with rates as low as 6%. Fidelity Funding can also help you reduce your monthly credit card and other payments by up to 1/2, and maybe even get you some extra cash. To qualify, you don't need perfect credit, but you must own your own home. And we can usually give you an answer before you hang up. So start slashing your monthly payments. Call Fidelity Funding today.
Lifetime presents Intimate Portrait, where the world's most fascinating women speak for themselves. Premiering next month, journalist Leslie Stahl, stage and screen legend Jessica Tandy, and see how Carolyn McCarthy turned tragedy into a lifelong crusade. Every fascinating woman has a story to tell. Intimate Portrait, Sundays at 10 and weekdays at 3 on Lifetime, television for women. Available on Cablevision.
A Fox Family movie premiere. Leslie Nielsen's the most boneheaded counselor in summer camp history, and Judge Reinhold would like to shut his camp down, but he's going to have to get up pretty early to put this counselor out of business.
It's 6 o'clock in the morning!
Family Plan, Sunday, May 30th on Fox Family Channel.
On Friday, October 22nd, 1926, Harry Houdini was performing in Montreal, Quebec. He had just lectured on spiritualism at McGill University. One student, a college boxing star, who had received permission to visit Houdini backstage, asked him if the rumor was true that he could take the strongest punch to the stomach without harm. Houdini, preoccupied with reading his mail, mumbled yes. And before he could prepare himself, the student punched Houdini with all his strength.
By that evening, Houdini was in serious pain. When his tour reached London, Ontario, a doctor was waiting and diagnosed the problem as acute appendicitis. He wanted Houdini in a hospital immediately, but the theater was sold out, and the consummate showman would not disappoint his fans. When the curtain fell that night, it was for the last time. At 3 in the morning, and only after his wife begged, Houdini finally agreed to go to the hospital. But it was too late. Peritonitis had set in. And on Halloween, October 31st, 1926, at age 52, the man who had cheated death thousands of times, the man who had walked through walls, made his final escape into legend.
Throughout his life, Houdini always wanted to up the ante, to make the challenge just a bit more dangerous. For a while before his death, he planned a buried alive escape, which he eventually abandoned because it was so dangerous. Tonight, we have followed Houdini's example and come up with an even more dangerous version of that escape. As a tribute to Harry Houdini, Jonathan Pendragon will attempt the Coffin of Death. He will be chained, sealed into a coffin, wired with explosives on a timer, and hoisted high into the air, as though suspended between heaven and hell. To escape from the chains and open the coffin and disarm the explosive before time runs out is the challenge. Jonathan Pendragon.
Whatever happens, this shot will not cut away. It is being performed before a live audience on the shores of Lake Mead, and this will be an afternoon they will never forget. The coffin itself is constructed of 1/2-inch wooden planks and sidings with metal reinforcements. The nails used in Houdini's crate were replaced with 1-inch screws. The lid will be screwed into place and the coffin hoisted high in the air. One concern is that any sudden jolt could detonate the explosives. Chains will hold the coffin level as Jonathan attempts to break out. Because the lid holds the explosives, Jonathan will have to break through one of the sides. Whatever the outcome, Jonathan will never attempt this escape again. Fire trucks and paramedics are standing by, and police have restricted water access to the area. All workers have been instructed that once they have finished their job, they are to move back to the safety zone. One final step. The explosive pack and timer are being attached to the box. The timer has started. It's now or never. To protect the spectators from a possible explosion, the coffin is being moved over the lake just in case something goes wrong. The plan is to break through the crate and throw the explosives into the lake. Failing that, to break loose and jump to safety. Although I see movement from the coffin, I see no opening in the boards.
The clock continues to tick, and... Oh no! Oh! Unbelievable! Jonathan Pendragon.
Hello? We're home a little early. Hello?
Kids?
After a tough workout, treat yourself to something light. Crystal Light Pink Lemonade. Clean, crisp, lemony, refreshing. So whatever you do to work out, treat yourself right.
Me? I won't eat anything green, fishy, spicy, rectangular, or red. Now my mom's gonna try rice-a-roni. Huh. Well, maybe just one bite.
Kids like rice-a-roni, and that's something you'll really like.
Well, I've decided. Tonight's the night I'm gonna pop the question.
So did you get the ring yet?
No. I had a better idea. I wanted to get her something that says, I'm really in this for the long haul. It's a train. What? I'm making a commitment here.
Call toll-free 1-877-99-TRAIN for a free train home comfort guide and learn how to choose the right air conditioning and heating system for your home.
To the 1% of you who demand more from a truck, we offer this response. The all-new GMC Sierra. Totally redesigned with the first available automatic four-wheel drive on a pickup and our largest cab ever. 1%ers, your wait is over. Right now, it's even easier to experience the pickup with the first available automatic four-wheel drive in its class. The National Sierra Invitation Days, going on now.
Hiya, son.
Hi, Dad.
I'm off to work now.
Okay, Dad.
With complete 24-hour service, Geico Auto Insurance starts working on your claim immediately.
Be careful with her.
We'll get you back in your car quickly, so you won't have to rely on alternate transportation. Geico Direct. A 15-minute call could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
I want to shout it from the rooftops. This is the thinnest I've been, maybe ever. I was fat. Slim Fast was the best thing that happened to me. I have lost over 50 pounds on the Slim Fast plan. I've kept it up for 2 years. Wow, I like that. I take care of myself and I eat smart. I have a Slim Fast for lunch every day. That's the secret.
23 vitamins and minerals, protein, calcium, fiber, all the balanced nutrition like a healthy meal.
I love it, and it really gives me a charge.
Slim Fast every day. Balanced nutrition for a healthy life.
I finally found the answer.
It's the oven torch. Think of the tips.
Right, pizza boy?
Everybody in the pizza business is looking for a way to deliver oven-fresh pizza. Domino's has a better idea. The Domino's Heat Wave. It's like a portable oven, so every Domino's pizza is bubblier and tastier than ever. Domino's, delivering to millions of miles a day.
They come from around the globe, performing incredible feats and mystifying illusions. Meet the greatest magicians in the world with tricks so bizarre and so impossible, even slow motion doesn't give it away. It's the world's greatest Magic 4, Saturday night at 6, 5 Central.
Did Houdini carry any secrets to the grave? His magic, his escapes, his methods? These are known to other magicians. In fact, Houdini published most of these secrets in his writings. The real secret, the real mystery wasn't the magic. It was the man. Still today, the most famous name in the history of show business is the name of a magician, Harry Houdini. I'm Robert Urich. Good night.
There was a time when women were kept in their place.
And what place is that?
Until Doris Day changed everything. The Ballad of Josie, a Fox Family movie next. A Fox Family movie premiere. Leslie Nielsen's the most boneheaded counselor in summer camp history. And Judge Reinhold would like to shut his camp down. But he's going to have to get up pretty early to put this counselor out of business.
It's 6 o'clock in the morning!
Family Plan, Sunday, May 30th on Fox Family Channel.